right. Hi, you guys. I'm Cindy, and I'm going to be starting us off today with some stretches and some warm-up exercises. First, we're going to start with our neck. So we're just going to be looking from right to left. So we'll just start now. You're just going to look to your right. You just move your neck nice and slow. Go as far as you feel comfortable. I'm looking to my right. And then you're just going to come back center. And then we're going to look left. And just go as far as is comfortable for you. And then we'll come back center. We'll look right again. And then center, back to the neutral position. And then we're gonna go left. All right, back to the center position. Now we're gonna look up. So just move your chin up towards the sky. Just go as high as is comfortable for you. Definitely don't go beyond what your body's letting you do. And then we're going to bring our chin to our chest, looking down. So it stretches the back of the neck for us. That feels really good. All right, back up to the neutral position. Then we're going to look up again. And then back down, chin to the chest. All right, now we're going to put the two together. We're going to look right. Then we're going to look left. Come back to neutral. We're going to look up and we're going to look down. All right, now we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So make sure you're standing up, or I'm sitting nice and tall, shoulders back, and we're going to start rolling them. We're going to go forward. We're going to go up, down, back, up, down, back, up, down, and back. One more time, up, down, and back. All right, next we're gonna do, we're gonna put our arms out just like this, thumbs up kind of towards the sky, and we're gonna bring our arms up over our head, just like this. And your thumb is still pointing to the sky, and seat your shoulders down. I always kind of tuck them in my back pocket. All right, and then we're gonna slowly come back down, arms by our knees, hands by our knees, and then we're gonna go up again. Just like that, sitting nice and tall. Looks good, you guys. All right, and then back down again. Hands to our knees. Let's do that one more time, arms up. All right, looks good. Let's bring those hands back down to our knees. All right, and then shake out those arms a little bit, give them a little shake. All right, and then we're just gonna do some arm bends. We're gonna get our arms moving. So we're just gonna, it kind of looks like a bicep curl, but we're just kind of getting those arms moving. I'm just going right and then left. You can see our dog Luna is coming by to check on things. All right, looks good. All right, and then I want you to put your hands out in front of you, just like this. And we're gonna do some finger stretches. So it's just opening and closing your hand. So closing and opening. This is one that I use all the time in climbing because it's so hand intensive. It feels really good to get those fingers really stretching and moving. Gets that blood pumping all the way down the arm into the fingers. All right, looks good, you guys. All right, now we're gonna do some toe touches from the seated position. So I have my feet about shoulder width apart, squarely in front of me, and I'm just gonna reach down and I'm gonna touch my toes. Then I'm just gonna drag my hands up my shins and back onto my thighs. Then we're gonna go back down again. Let's touch those toes. All right, and then drag those arms or hands up onto the thighs, nice and tall. All right, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Back down, let's touch our toes.
You should have done this with me.
All right, and then arms all the way up, back to the seated position. And now we're just gonna do some marching right in place while we're seated. And then I'm gonna hand you over to Craig, okay? So the marching, we're gonna move your legs like this, and we're gonna move our arms like this. So just like we're marching, but we're doing it from a seated position. Try to engage your core while you're doing this. Sit up nice and tall. This kind of gets our blood moving, gets all those big muscles going.
But what if your legs don't move?
If your legs don't move, then you can do some arm stretches up like this. And then do the other. Just like this. That really gets our trunk moving as well. All right, just a few more seconds of this. Nice job, you guys. You're looking good. All right, 5 more seconds. All right. All right, I'm going to hand you over to Craig, and good luck. Here you go. I know.
Okay. So again, I'm going to use some cans for my resistance weights. We're going to start when we're seated. Let's go with seated. I want you to root down into the chair really nice and deep. And Cindy kind of touched on it. When we're doing these, everything is controlled right here, right? So all of the power that you start to harness is going to come right from this section right here. So this is what we want to work on today. So even though we're working on our shoulders or our legs, whatever, it's all starting right here. So what you want to do is you want to be cored up nice and hard right here. And when I say cored up, what that means is I'm engaging my cord, like I'm flexing my stomach, and I'm trying to flex it all the way through. So from my rib cage down to my iliac crest, which is the top of your hips right here. So you want to engage that and control that. So you don't want to kind of be like sloppy and falling out of the chair. You want to be nice and rigid, almost like somebody has you rooted, like you grew roots into the chair. And your back is against the backrest, but you're not like leaning back. So I'm just kind of grazed against it nice and firm. So if you're on whatever kind of chair you're on, you want to be into that backrest nice and strong. And then when we start the exercises, you just kind of keep that posture as best you can. And like I said, if we do 10, but you can do 1 that is perfect, then do 1 and then stop. I'm not gonna look and say, oh, keep going. I'm gonna watch your form. I can kind of see each of the boxes. So I'll kind of watch you guys as you're doing them. So as I'm doing the form, just follow the form that I do. And then if you feel like, oh, I'm getting sloppy, then stop. And then we'll pick it up again, jump back in when you see us still going. We're going to do 9 exercises. We're going to do those 3 times. So what we'll do is we'll go through them all the way through the 9. Then we're going to rest for 2 minutes. When we rest, I would encourage you to drink water. You end up getting pretty dehydrated whenever you're doing anything. So just remember to be drinking water when we take the breaks. So we're going to start with shoulder circles. We're going to do 10 shoulder circles first. So if you have those weights, you want the weights to be tipped. So not straight up and down, kind of like that. So my hands look like I'm going to fly away. And when we're going to start, we're going to go 10 big ones forward. So I mean going forward this way. And then we're going to go 10 small ones after those. And we're going to go backwards. So here we go. 10 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep them up there. And that core is nice and tight. Now we're going to do 10 small ones going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now bring those arms all the way down. Now with them hanging down and that core nice and engaged, we're going to do what it's called a fly. So a can fly, I just call them can flies because I'm pulling cans. And can fly is just what it sounds like you're a bird flying, but don't come up super fast because you can hurt your shoulder. So you want to, it's a nice range of motion, and I'm not trying to clap my hands together. I'm coming to about right here. So it's about a 45 from my head. So all the way down. So your shoulder stays engaged the whole time. We're going to do 10 of those. Here we go. 1, 2, that's awesome. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that is really good. 8, keep that core tight. 9, core still tight. 10, awesome. Now we're gonna do a tricep curl. So you're gonna do that one of 2 ways. You can do that single arm like this. And so all I'm doing is taking my weight or my hand and I'm bringing it behind my head all the way to the top of my neck right here. And then this is my pivot point. This isn't moving. It's just this. It's straight up like that, like you're trying to run your hand up a pole. Or you can do them with two hands on both sides like this. And again, I'm just at the base of my neck, and then you're going to be doing that straight up. If you do it two hands, you probably want a little resistance because it'll feel weird. But if you don't do resistance, don't cup your fingers, just touch them, just because cupping gets you in a little bit of trouble. So just run them together like that, but don't lash them together tight. So we're going to do 10 on each side. If you do them together, you're going to do 20. So here we go. 1, 2, that's awesome. 3, 4, 5, keep that core tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to switch sides. Here we go. Orlinda, just keep doing what you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. So that's the funny thing with the weight is like sometimes your shoulder, your labrum kind of doesn't like that movement. So it's like lighter weight, or what you did was perfect. You just went right to your hand, which is awesome. So that's like that form piece that I was speaking about. Like it's way more important to do the form correctly than have that weight. And it's just like, that's how we get injured. So that was very, very well done. Very smart. Now we're going to do what I call can rows. And so just think rowing machine, but again, this is tight. Everything in my stomach is tight, and we're going to reach way out, roll our spine forward. Hands are way out in front of me, and then I'm bringing them back to my rib cage. So it's that full motion, and it's nice and smooth. Don't go herky jerky. Don't lean too far forward. You're going to hurt your back if you do that. So it's just a nice controlled, but when I'm doing it, my core is tight the whole time. We're going to do 15 of these guys. Your feet planted firmly on the ground. They're not moving whatsoever. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, that's awesome. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. You can put your cans down or your weights down. We're going to do something called high knees. If your legs aren't going to come and do high knees with us, what you want to be doing is the adaptation for this is we're going to move our core. When we move our core, we're going to do a complete twist. So it's arm is up, this arm's driving down to the ground, this arm is coming over, but don't like tip, like you want to control it. Again, that's all that core piece. So when I come up, this arm is up here, I'm just doing that bend like this. We're going to be doing 20 high knees. So you're going to be doing 10 of these on each side. So this is 1, come back, that's 2, and you're going to then at 10 switch sides. So if you're doing high knees with me, high knees, your arms are up here. So this is like kind of the fun part. If you want to make it harder, put some weights in your hands, and weights are about straight arms. So my arms are pretty level, I hope. Yep, pretty level. And what I want to do is when I do high knees, I want to come up as high as I can. So I want to I'm trying to kick my knee basically is what I'm trying to do. So if the weights get too much, then you can stop and drop them if you want to. Don't drop them because you'll damage your floor probably. But we're going to do 10 on each side. So if you're doing the bends, you're going to do the 10 and then switch sides and go 10. So don't alternate sides, just stay on one side as we go. So here we go. We're going to do 10 of these on each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now switch sides. 1, 2, that's awesome. 3, 4, 5. Keep those arms flat. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautifully done. Okay, now we're going to combine. So we're going to do a row again. if you can do a leg extension, what that's gonna look like is as I bring the row back, one leg's coming up. Doesn't matter which one. You can switch as you wish. So as I come back, it's 1, then a forward, 2. I'm just switching each time. We're gonna do 15 of those. If you can't bring your legs up, that's okay. You're just doing that row again, coming back. Now this time, what should happen is your back should be a little bit more warmed up. So when you come forward, you'll get a deeper bend, but don't slouch. Keep it nice and tight as you come forward. So we're doing 15 of these guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Okay, one more to go. We're gonna do a trunk twist. So trunk twist, we're gonna keep our arms about like this, like we're doing it, scoring a touchdown. And what we're gonna do is if your legs will come up, great. If your legs come up, you're gonna be doing a twist to your knee. This chair moves really easy. Twist to my knee. So it's once, twice. If your legs don't wanna come up, then you're just mimic that twist. But don't whip into it, like it's nice and controlled. 1, 2, just like that. And we're gonna do 10 of those guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep that core tight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Those are the exercises. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Drink some water. I'm gonna time our break so that we go exactly 2 minutes. 2 minutes is enough time for your heart to slow down. And I don't know how to use it. Watch. Let your heart slow down, kind of get your blood pressure back down, get the water in there. Now you know the exercises, so I won't explain them this time. We'll just kind of blow through. Start with shoulders, and I don't know if you noticed what we did basically is we started up high and we just worked our way down. So that way you kind of target everything. But again, the biggest thing is just, it's all right here. Nice and tight the whole time, because that's like climbing is all about your core. Whenever we teach climbing, we're down here at the veterans, climbing outside. It's all about keeping them tight here because that's what keeps you close to the rock. And so when you're climbing, if you sag out, that's when you get into trouble usually. So what we teach is like a lot of core work because that's what keeps you strong and fit. It helps with your back. I have a fused back and neck, and I know that if my core is strong, it feels my back doesn't really bother me at all. I can tell when I haven't been doing any core because that's when my back usually starts to ache. When I was in the lower 48, the cold really bothered me. That's one of the reasons we moved here. The cold when I wasn't, because I wouldn't want to do like a lot of exercising at the house. So it was cold and I couldn't climb, then I wouldn't do much core. And that's when I really noticed my back was bothering me. So just do them as much as you can. I tell people I try to do core like 3 days a week. You can do it 1 day a week. You can do it 5 days a week. You can do it 3 days a week, whatever you feel is going to work for you. But it's repetitive, right? That repetitiveness is what gives you the strength to kind of keep building. We're gonna have 15 seconds left and we're gonna jump right in with shoulder circles. Weights, just like I did. All right, go ahead and get your stuff. Whoa, ready? Okay, we're gonna start with 10 big ones going forward and then 10 small ones going backwards. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going backwards. Don't put your arms down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms come down to the side. We're going to do 10 can flies. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, keep that core tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Tricep curls, we're going to do 10 on each side. So if you want to do a double, just kind of keep going right along with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that core tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. 10. Okay. Arm rows. Again, all the way out. Nice deep bends. Here we go. Feet planted firm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to do high knees. So that's going to be the twisting down. If you want to make it a little harder, bring your knees up. So it's a twist up like that. You're kind of crunching yourself into it, whichever one you want to do. But your arms are going to start here like you're doing scoring a touchdown. We're going to do, what do we do? 10 on each side. So here we go. They go pretty quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Rows and extension. So that's going to be the row with the kick. If you cannot do that, you can do just the straight rows. Here we go. We're going to do 15 of those, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, trunk twists, elbow to the knee. So that's going to be a twist over to your knee, just like what we were doing before without the high knee, okay? So we're just going to go nice and smooth down to our knee. We're going to do 10 of those guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. 2 minutes. Gonna time it, and one more round. You guys are doing fantastic. Everybody happy? Everybody healthy? Everybody's having fun? Yay! You guys are doing great. Your form all looks great. Everybody's doing what they should be doing. Everybody looks happy. So on this one, we're going to change a couple of the numbers. I'll make sure you know that. So just a little bit more on 4 of them. Nothing crazy though, I promise. So the third round, you're nice and warmed up. Your body knows what's happening now. So even just doing these repetitive 3 times, your body remembers what's going on. And our bodies are very teachable. So it's nice to kind of, when you get in a rhythm, just kind of keep going, because your body kind of gets used to it until, you get a point of like diminishing returns for sure. I find that 3 rounds of something is pretty good. It kind of keeps me pretty engaged. My body doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. And the thing to make these harder for you is if you want to add weight, just during the week, if you decide to do them on your own, just add a little bit of weight. And it can be a very small amount. It doesn't have to be, it can be anything. Anything's going to give resistance. That's good. That's going to build up muscle. And what we're working on is long muscle strands. So we're doing like big muscle groups, right? Like we're not doing like really small, minute things. Number one, like I don't do so much of that just for climbing. I don't really find the need to do it. We do a couple very specific things for our fingers, and Cindy kind of, I think she ran through one of them, just like these things for flexibility in our hands and fingers. But for the most part, what these general calisthenics do is that long muscle fiber that we're building on. Got about 5 more seconds, so we're going to go right into that last round. Okay, so we start with shoulder circles, 10 big, forward. Here we go. Hands are straight out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the arms up. 10 small ones going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do can flies. Arms all the way down. Root that tush into the bottom of the chair. Spine is nice and straight. Here we go. We're going to add on 5 more. So we're going to do 15 of these guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Right into tricep curls. Here we're going to do 5 more on each side. Okay. So we're going to do 15. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are killing it. Okay, right into arm rows. 15 of these guys. Remember, nice pivot point, right? No slouching. Nice and tight in the core the whole time. Here we go. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, high knees. So we're going to revert to the first one we did. So this won't be the bend. This will be a high knee. So if you can't do the high knee, like bringing your knee up to your elbow, then you're going to be doing the twist. So the twist is, again, hands up here, rooting over all the way. So it's a nice even stretch in its core. This is all tight on my lat side. If you're doing high knees with me, we're going to do 20 of those, 10 on each side. So you guys will be able to switch in the middle as well. So here we go. If you're doing high knees, we're going to start with those first. Here we go. Whichever side you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. 9, 10. If you're dipping, switch sides. 1, 2. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. Awesome, guys. Okay, now we're going to do rows and extensions, or you're going to do just rows with a deeper row. Okay, so row extension is with the leg coming up. We're going to do 20 of these. We're going to throw 5 on there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, awesome, 18, 19, last one, 20. All right, trunk twist down to your knee. You guys are killing it. Almost at a 2-minute rest. Here we go. So remember, going all the way down, right? But every time you come up, back touches the back, but just touches the back of your chair. Here we go. We're going to do 20 of these. Okay, so we're going to add on a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That was lovely. All right, drinking water. I'm gonna time it, and then Cindy's gonna come back in with her cool down for you at that 2-minute mark. You guys did fantastic. So that was pretty much straight for, that was almost exactly half hour. So that was great. So get that body moving, 30 minutes, kind of makes it feel nice and warm. Helps your flexibility, helps your mood, helps my mood. So that's great. You guys did wonderful. Cindy's gonna run through, I think it's like 8 different stretches. I'll get out of your way.
Okay, sounds good.
Just. Okay.
All right. How you guys? Nice work. Okay, he was working you guys hard. I was impressed. All right. You got. Oh, you want the full 2 minute?
2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So take the break. Someone's on a bouncy ball. I like that.
That's Orlando.
Hi, Orlinda.
Hi.
All right. Make sure you're drinking some water, and then we'll start the cool down.
Almost done.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. First, we're gonna start with another trunk exercise. I want you to cross your arms right in front, just like this. And it's kind of a kinder, gentler version of what Craig's doing. So we're just gonna gently turn to the right. Just hold it for a few seconds. Back to center. And then we're looking to our left. Back to center. One more time to our right. Right, back to center. That's the other dog dash. Making sure that we're all doing okay. Looking to the left. All right, back to center. All right, and then we're gonna do a leg straightener exercise. So we're gonna touch our toe out in front of us, and then we're gonna tuck it behind us. Can you see what I'm doing? So toe out, and then toe back. And then if you can't move your legs, then I want you to do some wrist circles. We're gonna go, for the wrist circles, I guess you make them go the same way. That's kind of harder to do. Make them go clockwise. Yep, and then we'll go back counterclockwise like this. And then if you're able to move your legs, then go ahead and you're gonna reach your toe out. And then you're gonna go toe behind. And then toe out. And toe behind. And then if you're doing the wrist, then go the other direction, do the counterclockwise, just like that. And if you're doing the leg straighteners, then right leg out, go behind, forward, toe behind. Alrighty, now we're gonna do some nice gentle stretches. So arms down by your side, and we're gonna bring them slowly up and over. Kind of put them almost in a prayer position at the top above your head. We're gonna gently lean to the right. Come back center and then to our left. Keep those shoulders tucked. Looks good, you guys. Back to center. Then we're gonna go right. In the middle. And then to our left. It's good. One more time to our right. You can feel that stretch right along here. Okay, and then neutral position. And then to our left. Should be feeling that on the other side then. Very nice. Okay, back to a neutral position. And we're gonna do 5 deep breaths. Okay, as we do the deep breath, we're gonna, first our hands are gonna come down. And then to take in the breath, breathe in deep and bring our arms up. Blow out the breath as your arms come down. So here we go, breathe in. Arms come up, touch in the middle, and breathe out. That's 1. Here we go, arms up again. Deep breath in, looks good. That looks good, you guys. Standing nice and, or sitting nice and tall with those abs engaged, and blow out the breath. Looks good. And one more time. And out with the breath. How about one more for good luck? And blow out your breath. All right, nice work, you guys. How's everybody feeling?